Hi everyone, Candace here with Greener Farms DIY. Thank you for subscribing to the Greener Farms DIY Facebook group as well as the Greener Farms DIY YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to take a simple sateen type robe and embellish it with whatever the bride or maybe the event calls for. Now, one of the things I want to point out is I use these neat little pick tools. I get these at the electrical department at Harbor Freight Tools is where I bought this one, but I'm sure Lowe's, Home Depot, or any Ace, True Value, or any local mom and pop hardware store will have these. The reason I like these is when you're working with an iron-on product, you have to do weeding, which is where you take the voids and you remove that product. And this just works really good when you get down to some of these really tiny areas right here. So I like that little tiny pick that's right there, and that allows me to what I call weed the product out. Now I'm going to be using this iron-on product that I cut out with my cutter, and I weeded all of the parts that I don't want to be on the robe out, and now I'm going to go ahead and heat press it down. Now if you don't have a heat press and you just have an iron is fine. You want to make sure you put a pressing cloth on top so you don't melt and burn your vinyl, and you also want to make sure you don't move your iron. It's just a press, and then you're going to wait for the manufactured recommended time, and then you're going to lift it and then press in a new area. The nice thing about a heat press is it just does it all at one time in one large area. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the sateen type robe, and I will show you what that looks like. All right, so I went ahead and I took the center area of this robe and then just centered it up. Now my pressing mat below is warm, so at this point it's probably going to be, you know, getting a little bit more difficult to actually move this from one spot to the other. But I wanted to show you when you're doing this, just be all prepared so that way if you do have to lift it and move it slightly, you can. But right now I can just feel it's very hot, and I'm probably at the point of where I do not want to move it. Now I simply just put my pressing cloth down. This is a Teflon piece of fabric, and then I just close my lid. Now, a little heavy from this angle. This will go ahead and press out. I have my temperature set. I went ahead and pre-tested it on a sateen robe already, and it's just going to go ahead and count down. Now I find that the optimal pressing is about 15 to 20 seconds. I'm going to lift it off, and now it should be set on the actual item. I'm going to go ahead and remove carefully that film that's right there. And the reason I do that is I don't want it to actually create a little burn mark into that, that sateen robe. And then I'm going to go ahead and press it one more time. I'm going to let it press down for just a few more seconds, and then I'm going to open it up. I'm going to flip it to the inside, and then I'm going to press one more time. This is just allowing it to fully activate that heat transfer vinyl iron-on. All right, so now we have it perfect on that side. I'm going to now, whoops, sorry about that everyone. I'm working from an odd angle of the camera. Normally where the camera is where I stand. So, all right, so I'm just going to get this nice and flat. I take all the, make sure there's nothing underneath. I can feel the robe tie under there. Nice and flat, nice and flat. All right, and at this point you really don't need a pressing cloth unless your temperature is way too high. My temperature is not way too high. So I'm just going to give it a real quick press. And then that should be good. All right, so now this robe is totally done. As you can see, it looks beautiful, and it'll look great on the maid of honor. I'm going to continue forward with all of the bridal parties robes, and I can clearly see that that is bonded down to the fabric. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel for Green Roof Farms DIY and for being a member of the Facebook group for Green Roof Farms DIY. Appreciate having you guys all on the group and for supporting me as a digital design artist. Thanks and have a great day.